So I just want to welcome all our viewers from all over the globe, wherever you are going to be watching this from. I am but humble to be coming to your screen right now, and wherever you are watching from, I just want to say welcome to African Connect. In this global crisis and this pandemic that is going on all over the globe, it's not just in Canada, it's not just in America, it's not just in Africa, it's all over the globe. So I have here my crazy three amazing friends with me tonight to be discussing the pandemic that is going on around the globe right now. But first, I want to introduce to you my dear friend and my one of my Latina women, my co-Latina. I'm not Latina, but I claim to be Latina sometimes. Anyway, it's my girl Esther. She's from Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuela, but currently
Yeah.
she lives in Mississauga right now. So, girl, what's up? Say hi to our fans, our family.
Hello. Mwah. Thanks for having
Hola.
me here.
Hola.
So I have with me not just Esther with me tonight. Have with me tonight my great friend, and we've been through some hard time together, so I think that's why this moment that we are in, he kind of have the, I'm not saying he has the easy way, because he, in Africa, we all know what is going on when it comes to the healthcare system. So I have here with me somebody that is going to be telling us more, giving us more information about what is going on in, not just in African continent, in the country that where he is in South Africa. My great friend, the media mogul himself, from all the way from South Africa, Chris Edie Books. What's up? What's up, brother?
Hi everyone.
How
Hey.
you
How's
doing?
it? Now I'm doing great. I'm
Oh
in the
my.
house. I'm frustrated because I'm always working. So working in the house is frustrating. Yeah, but all in all, I'm good.
Okay, I'm glad that you are staying safe. But I have one more person that I want to introduce to you guys. You guys already know him. Is a great friend of mine. He's not just a friend. I call him my brother. And the day I was crazy enough to say I wanted to start an online media. I want to work at the United Nations. This guy didn't even say ask me about anything. He just said, "Oh, okay, I'm a ball. Let's go." So my great friend, my brother, from all the way from Haiti, but right now we all know what is going on in America, and the one of the hardest hit city in the United States is New York. And I have here with me my great friend, the co-founder of African Connect, all the way from Long Island, New York. Say what's up, James.
It's New York, the place to be. I
You
met you
are
now. We took
running
off
now. You
today.
are running. You don't even want to go out anymore.
No, well, New York's always New York. So it's just like everybody's always out. We still have to run after people to tell them to stay home. But it's the reality of life. It's like the gene is different. I know South Africa, you guys wants to be competing all the time, but the gene is different. Well, you know how it is. It's like it's like what's happening now. It's unheard of. To be in Times Square is nothing there, not one person. To be in Central Park, you see lots of things going on. So it's we have a lot to talk about. So it's like instead of me saying everything all at once, we'll diverge as we go.
Great,
Because
great.
Dede, now we want to introduce Dede. Dede is the brain behind Africa Connect. She's when she calls you, if you say yes, even if you say half yes or quarter yes, that quarter yes can mean a lifetime yes. Because she calls and calls and calls and calls and makes sure that things get done, which I admire, but sometimes we fight. But that's part of life. That's part of being sisterhood.
We fight more than we fight more than we love each other. So don't even say anything further. But I thank you so much for what you just said about me. Yeah, I'm known to be that driven. Like I'm driven about everything in life. But I know this time we are all staying indoors and we are all staying safe with our families and our loved ones. But at this great, we are in a great moment right now in our lifetime. But and some people still find a way to bring joy into our home. And I wanted to talk to my great friend Chris. In the books about his new album that just came out in South Africa that is heating up the chart. So, Chris, tell us about your new album that just came out because I know we are going to
Oh,
get to coronavirus, but coronavirus don't decide everything that we do anymore. Come on, let's talk about your album.
oh, okay. So my album it's 20 tracks album. I'm titled Zoya. Zoya means life. So it's my first album. So hence I called it Life. It's new beginnings. Yeah. So it's a dance album. Um, and I try to work with new upcoming talents, no celebrities on the album, because you know how I am. I'm all about empowerment.
Yeah.
I am trying to empower the youth, show them how things are done, because of in terms of how Africa is. Implementation is something that it's not easy. So I'm trying to motivate them and show them with that album that it's possible. You can start from zero budget and then get it to where you wanna get it to be. Yeah.
Is such a great album, but coming and writing the what was behind you, or because I know you as one of the great media mogul in South Africa right now that is like from a Voice USA everything you have your hand in all the cookie jar, but what
Yeah.
was behind your okay you decided to come like branch into music? What was behind that?
Okay. You know me very well. I try different avenues to promote my media house. So it's arts. So I believe arts. You don't have to put yourself in one bottle. It's just art. You just need to explore your talents. So I'm using different avenues just to put my media house out there with the album. Some people don't know me as a media mogul, like you say.
Oh,
Some people
please.
will know me with my music. So while they're searching me, they will see that, oh, this guy is into acting, oh, this guy is into media. So I also use my music to sell the other things that I do, the other businesses that I do.
Great, great. Like I enjoy playing it every day. And in this quarantine time that we are in, that's one of the music
Yeah.
I play to work out these days, girl. So tell us, I want to know hear from you. How are you keeping safe in now? You staying safe in Mississauga? What's up in Mississauga? What's going on?
Well, yeah, how you say, like right now, like all over the world and all the GTA will say it's been very quiet. Right now, I'm located in Mississauga. And it's very quiet right now, very strange, very weird. I also live in a building, and we are like, if we want to go to buy groceries, we just have to be only three people in elevators. That never happens before. There's also line ups on the grocery to buy food, and it's very crazy. But how I said that we just have to stay strong, we just have to stay positive and help each other when we need. We have to also practice social distancing, what we're doing right now. Connecting in this media platform, which is amazing, and just give a strong message to the world. I know there's a lot of people that are stressing out. They're being negative about it, but we just cannot forget that God assists. Everything that is happening right now, the Bible says it. So we just have to keep the calm and stay strong.
You girl, I couldn't have said it much better than you have because in this we are in a peculiar time right now because sometimes like if I had watched this if I had seen this thing because there are so many movies just like this before, right? So we never really thought that this could ever really happen, right? So
Yeah.
today there was a report today that the numbers of people affected in the whole world is almost 1 million people affected with this disease now, and in I am in Milton right now. So in Milton, the number of cases in Milton is up to 18, and you hear this crazy this crazy stories coming out from the world. You get so scared, don't believe that it could ever happen. And in Ontario right now, the number of cases happen in nursing homes. Retire most our loved ones, our mothers, our fathers. We just wanted to say, I just want to shout out to all the healthcare workers like me that are in the front line every day and doing an incredible job. I know there are so many misinformation out there. So many people are giving different advice to you on what to do or what not to do. But just I'm a big advocate of watching your local news to get more information every day. But you have seen what the government have said, say practice social distancing, and not just social distancing, let's wash our hands often, just stay at home. This is a great time actually for us to just take a step back from the craziness that we have been in the past decade. I think the word I've seen is like fair share of craziness. I think maybe, I don't know. This is a great time for us to just relax and think back about life and family, appreciate ourselves. Staying at home doesn't mean that the government are confining you or telling you what to do. It's just a way to save lives. And the one of the top countries now more affected is USA. Who we ever think that when I was growing up, like everybody looked to USA for everything, and America for everything. You know what I'm talking about, Chris, right?
Yeah.
Everybody look to America for great leadership of everything. But now they are the epic center of disaster, of disease, of death. And one of my great friend here that is going to be telling us more about what is going on right now in New York, the epic center of the coronavirus in America, is my great friend James. We were talking to you before. So, Jamie, what's up? What is going on in the street there in Queens where you are?
Um, it's a sad reality. It's I was not there during the Great Depression, but if that's what they went through, God be with us. I give you a scenario, right? My ex-wife, she's a nurse. She works at the hospital. The other day, she didn't have a car. I went to drop her off. She said, if 90 patients comes to the hospital, 75 of them are COVID patients. So which means you have to triage all 90 patients, send the one that you don't have, that's probably don't have it, home, and keep the rest. And the street, you go to the street, it's empty. You go to the supermarket, you can only do 3 at a time or 4 at a time. In a huge supermarket, you find 10 people inside the supermarket. And there's a long line outside, and there's a line. It's not like you're close to each other. It's like 6 feet apart from each other. And 3 people have to get out, and 3 people have to get in. You imagine you and a family go to groceries for the week. You know how long that takes to do that, and everybody's waiting outside until you come out, then the other person can come in. Now here's another reality. I have my grandpa. She's sick. He's sick. Let's say you have a heart attack. I call the ambulance. If it's not COVID, they won't take him to the hospital. If the ambulance drivers or workers cannot resuscitate him, they just say sorry. That's the reality we live on. We in the train, we like looking around, somebody coughed, we like, oops, did I just catch it? So this is what we end up going through right now. It's like every job, every place, everybody's at home. it's tough. It's tough. Business are tough. No restaurants open. If you're hungry on the street, good luck. If you need anybody's help in the street, good luck. No cops are stopping you. Any crime, unless there's a major crime, there's a problem. And the prison system, they're releasing a lot of prisoners because they cannot keep up with that. Because if people have any outbreak in the prison system, that's a dead end to everybody. It's a reality that we keep talking, they keep saying, wash your hand, watch this, watch you do that. But this is something new for us. To not put your hand in your face, not do this, not touch the door, not do this, probably from the air, probably from the side. Every day is a conflicting story. So we here, we learn as we go every day. It's, we pray God.
I think that's what we all can do right now. Just keeping.
Will reset itself.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
It's like I want to tell you guys the way this thing moves fast. I have my friend's brother that was not feeling good on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right? On Sunday, he went to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
They did the test. On Wednesday, yesterday morning, he's gone.
What?
Now he's gone. You have no access to the cops. You can't touch the cops. You can't do nothing. They can tell, sorry, we can only send you the death certificate. That's it.
That's it?
It's that reality we deal with. You can't touch, you can't do nothing. That's why you can't even go see the person that's in the hospital.
That is just that is the reality we are all living in right now.
That's the reality.
That is the reality we are all living in right now. And when we talk about living in reality, I know another great friend of mine here, Chris, that is living in the same reality here, there in South Africa, and in the whole African continent. South Africa is really having it rough right now. They have the most confirmed cases, and the 57 million people have been on lockdown since last week in South Africa. So how are you coping with the whole lockdown thing?
Yeah, it's not easy. Surprisingly, the government expected the cases to be 4,000 to 5,000 by now, but we're sitting on 1,462. The Minister of Health just confirmed yesterday we're sitting on 1,462. The sad reality is we have places like Alexandra, where it's rural areas, and so there you'll find that families of 10 are sharing one room, and then you have to practice social distancing, and it's not easy. So they go outside to play, the kids. And it's dangerous. And then the government deployed the soldiers just to control the people, but they're not complying. It's a sad reality. And then there's nothing that the government can do with that. You can't. You need some air. You can't just be in the house the whole day, and then you guys are living, it's a 10 or 12 families in one room. It's a sad reality. The streets are quiet. In terms of like shops, some people are complying, but some are not. We've got like old people, we've got SASA grants. On the first, they went out to collect their monies. Queues were long, old people were out there. So it's sad. It's sad what's happening here in SA. But luckily, in terms of death, we only have 5. So yeah, that means the government they're doing something right. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so hard for this like so many countries in Africa to practice not to practice social distance, just to say like stay home. It is so hard for them to do. Not I understand, not because they don't want to comply with the government and all that. But if you look at Canada, if we're talking about Canada, where I am right now, and what the government is doing when it comes to the unemployment insurance, people filing for being able to file for unemployment insurance early, and especially in the healthcare workers getting hazard pay. That just came out yesterday that the healthcare workers, they will be able to file for, they'll be able to be given hazard pay. You see, like countries like Venezuela where you are from, yeah, it's hard for the government, even when they cannot pass a bill like that. They what
Exactly.
tell us what is going on in Venezuela when it comes to the healthcare workers, that they getting more, because I know those countries, they will be hit hard the most because of the system there.
Yeah, unfortunately, in those countries like Venezuela or other South America, it's getting more affected because they don't have support by the government. There is like a super like very poor country where you cannot find food before, and now it's getting worse because of the situation of the COVID-19. And at this moment, Venezuela is having a difficult time, because there is no medicine, there is no hospitality, like there's none of that. So they're trying to do their best to take care of their self, like staying at home. And it's hard because it's a hot country, it's a tropical country, and it's more harder for them to respect that rule and staying home. However, there's a lot of them practicing that. They're doing like natural medicine for it, which is sad. I don't know if it will help out, but at least they're trying to stay
Natural
positive.
medicine for it.
Like yeah, trying to
Tell,
like natural medicine,
tell us.
like
I want to know more about the natural medicine, because I know, like in Africa, we do practice any little thing. We want to get like natural medicine as well, from herbs and all that. So somebody come up with that in Venezuela.
I know they're doing like hot waters, putting lemon on it and other like fruits and stuff. Just drinking that hot water like every morning or every day. That like make it help. Like it's not. I'm not saying that that's gonna cure you, but like it will help you to maintain healthy. So that's what like I think other countries are doing that as well. So that is the situation right now. However, like my all of my family are all over the place. Panama, Ecuador is very bad right now, as well. They're in Colombia as well, and like it's just very hard situation for them because of the support of the government. The also the workplace. If they lose their jobs, they cannot receive money, so it's affecting economic as well. So this is a very crazy situation, but it's a reality, and it's a moment that we have to act, and it's a moment that we have to be more kind, I guess, help each other, and yeah, and it's also a sign of God as well.
What does
Absolutely.
the government? One second. What what does the government have in place to pretty much do that? To pretty much fight that in
For
terms of
Venezuela, or in general.
in general in Venezuela.
Oh, and
Because
then
I know you
yeah,
guys fighting, and I know the government is fighting right now between Maduro and the other party. So how you guys are managing the situation to pretty much because at the end of the day, it's one people.
yeah, exactly. Well, how I said before, at this moment, what I know is that there's no support of the government at all. Like they're not helping to make the situation better, so that's why it's affecting more. However, I know there's other countries helping out Venezuela, so at least they have a little bit of that support, but not as much as I know. So that's the only problem. Unfortunately, since a long time ago, since before this virus, there's been a lot of problems in the government in Venezuela.
Chris, South Africa being a country that has about more than 57 million people, living in the country. How are the government with when it comes to the hospital? I know the country where I am from, Nigeria, sadly, we don't have like a sustainable healthcare system that can really fight this pandemic. How is your government able to fight this when it comes to the hospital? How are the supplies when it comes to ventilators? How are the supplies? Are they the hospitals getting supplies that they need?
In terms of the supplies, especially the ventilators, I heard today on the news saying since the New York, the America, Spain, and Italy need these ventilators themselves, we're not going to have them. We're going to struggle in having the ventilators. So with our government, the strategies that they have right now is just to flatten the curve by keeping us indoors. Like I said, they deployed security, soldiers, police, metro police. So they on the street right now trying to put everybody away in the house. So, and then today again, our government, I think they put out 1,500 beds. And then they're using the stadiums to put tents. So they just preparing themselves for the West because of now. The other thing that I'm thinking is we've been in the house and then we left with, I think, like 14 days. Then after that, the lockdown is done. We're going to go out there. So the curve will rise again. So I think they're doing good by preparing themselves, like getting those beds, because they're saying 60% just in Gauteng they will get that disease, and then it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm just afraid.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of numbers. That's just a lot of numbers.
You guys know what I think? It's like I'm from Haiti. I live in New York. As you travel the world, you kind of like. Last time I was in Nigeria, that was during the Ebola outbreak. You imagine in the middle of the pandemic, you go to the hospital. The first thing they ask you how much you have, and before you get to the gate, they put a thing into your forehead to make sure that you're not, so your fever is not elevated. With this new pandemic, it brings two things. Awareness with our government that do not scramble the money. We need hospitals, we need healthcare. We need to be more prepared. We don't need somebody from Nigeria to run to South Africa. We don't need somebody from South Africa to run to London. And we don't need somebody from Venezuela to run to Cuba. You understand what I mean? So which means it shows that the lack of right now, if you look at the world and the African world, we have 3 or 4 of the most billionaires coming in to give money to buy beds for stadium. Mm-hmm. It's slightly too late. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They should have used that money they scrambled to build hospitals. Why is my president is going to Florida or DR for healthcare? Why is Buhari is going to London for healthcare? Why is Maduro is going to Cuba for healthcare? Why is your government going for healthcare? None of them is staying at home, but there's a lot of money at home. Mm-hmm. So this thing brings twofold. We're sorry our loved ones are dying. If we survive it, we as youngs, although we're not as young, but we need to open our eyes to know exactly what's the next step. What are we forcing our new government to do? Because we cannot go through that again. Ebola was just that, because Ebola didn't make an impact because he was not in the West. You understand what I mean? He was not in the West. Mm-hmm. Now as it become in the West, started in the West and become not only started in the West, he become in the upper echelon of the West. So which means the people that have so much money are dying. It starts becoming a global problem. Everybody's going. If you go to the Hampton right now in New York, a lot of people are staying there. They go, you know what they do? They go there, they with their mate, they say, you come with me, you spend a month or two. If you leave the house, you stay. you don't go back, which means they're afraid for them to go somewhere, catch the disease, and come back. So there's a lot of these things that's happening that as we go through this, we hope that they find a cure, we able to continue on to do what we have to do. But in the next phase, we need to be more proactive. Otherwise, what's the sense?
I definitely agree with you that the government, they need to be more proactive when it comes to response.
It's not so much.
Yeah.
It's not so much the government. You have the private sector that have contract with governments. Let's say IMF give a country $20 million for the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
They go and buy stuff in China or in Korea or Vietnam for stuff to come back home with. There's a kickback. This kickback is by $5 or $8 million. What do they do with that money?
You know when I you know why
So if you,
you know
don't
why
do anything with the private sector, it's a problem.
you know why I
They
say
have
the
to put
government
back again.
you know why I say the government needs to be more proactive when it comes to matters of health, because we have for months this virus was going on in China, and there are some governments that denied it was going on, even when there was a report of people dying in China. But there are still some, like, government that was still denying it, that nothing was going on. Like, I will use Africa. If we know that our if the government, they have intelligence. There is no government that don't have intelligence. They all have intelligence department. You can't tell me the intelligence department haven't briefed them about what was going on in China for them to be proactive about it. I think it was just all about, because when the government put out the information out there, because of the stock market, because of people's investment, the public, or the general public of the world, was blindsided, and some more information was kept away from citizens. Some country like America, you can tell me a great country like America mixed the intelligence of not knowing how dire or serious this situation was. They knew what it was. It was just the government were not ready to accept it, because they have put money over citizens. I think that's what the world has come to be, is a money over citizens. Now so many people have lost loved ones, have lost family members, your neighbors. So I would say to everyone that is listening tonight, we have one message here, is to stay home. It might be difficult to stay home because of your situation, or your money situation. How people are struggling to today is we are in a new month, right? So many people are trying to see how they can pay their mortgage, or their house rent. It's a different situation, and they are turning to go out for jobs and all that. So that's why, because as an immigrant in America, as an immigrant in Canada, and knowing that there are so many millions of migrants families out there that will really feel this pandemic more because of their situation. Yeah. Because every country that you are in, if you are a migrant, or you don't have the proper paper to work, and whatever stimulus package, whether it's in South Africa or Venezuela or in America there, if you don't have the proper papers, you are not able to get the unemployment insurance. So I'm just going to, I keep pounding this message to our viewers out there. Just reach out to your neighbors, find out what they need. I know that we have to practice social distance. Social distance don't mean that you cannot check up on your neighbors anymore. You can get it. We have a great technology out there. Cell phone. Yeah. Call your neighbor. Find out how they are doing. If they need help, I think
so. Yeah, just to chip in there, Derek.
Yeah.
Talking about the migrants and the refugees here in South Africa, we've got like 600 refugees.
Yeah.
They in Cape Town. They just moved them today from a Methodist church. They were safe there in the church. They moved them to a tent. So, like you're saying, it's not easy for them. Like imagine from a church to a tent. They're gonna feel cold. They're gonna catch flu, and it's gonna be more problems for us.
Mm-hmm.
So with them, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. We've been hearing from most of the migrant family. We've been getting emails, for a good while now. African Connect, we kind of like I've been on the like kind of, I don't know what we were doing anyway. But from this pandemic, we've been hearing from our viewers, our families, our loved ones about what is going on in their community. So that is why we have decided to join our voice with the millions of you out there that is advocating for a social distance, stay safe, and we still want to join our voice in giving a voice to the voiceless right now, which are the migrant family who will not be able to get unemployment insurance in their community, in their cities, in their country. So wherever you are going to be watching this from, there is a migrant family that is going to be close by, or that your neighbor, even if it's not just a migrant family. Boy, I think neighbors helping neighbors, that is what is going to get us through this social distance now. Neighbors helping neighbors, families coming together, people just loving each other. That is what is going to get us through the next phase that is coming, which is going to be an unemployment crisis not just in one country. The whole world is going to go into recession. We all know that recession is coming. The whole world is going to go into recession. So in a great country like America, who we ever thought that we are going to ever think about America not be the open center of productivity anymore? So what is going to happen to America after this? I just, from you, Chris, from being in South Africa, and as a young boy growing up in your little town in South Africa, you heard so much about the United States. In this
Yes.
great moment that we are in, tell me what you think, your thought about America, their handling of their healthcare system.
I think in America, I think it's misinformation because Donald Trump took it lightly. If he took it serious in the first go, I think they were going to handle this matter very well. But now it was late. They couldn't even put strategies in place to flatten the curve. So everything just got out of hand. So, truly speaking, I don't know how America is going to get out of this situation because of now they're saying they're expecting how many 250,000 or from 100 to 250,000 people to die in America. So they don't even know how to come up with the good strategies to flatten the curve. So truly speaking, I don't know. In SA alone, right now, Moody's just downgraded us. We are in a technical recession. So we have our own problems, big problems. I don't know how we're going to recover from this Moody's downgrade. We are in a recession. In terms of the rand to the dollar, we're hitting 19 rand to the dollar for the first time. So with America, I don't know. I don't want to lie.
I always make this joke when they're talking about, my friend was telling me about recession, that the world is going to go on. I said, oh, don't worry, Africa have been on recession for the last from whenever I can remember. I can't even remember the last. Africa have been on recession, but there are great people. There are great things actually about Africa. Is a one is the second most wealthy continent. Is a wealthy continent, or the number one wealthy continent in the world. But still, there are great people, especially in my country, in Nigeria, donating this money. Like we're talking about the migrant family. So many people are donating. Like they are donating money to a non-profit organization. I am saying they should create a greater system in Nigeria for people to donate to the citizens, because we have seen this time and time again. When you donate money in Nigeria, or I don't think it's just Nigeria, the right people that is supposed to get get the help, they never get it. What do you think is the proper way at, like in Venezuela? What would be the proper response for the government or people to help their neighbors in Venezuela?
Well, to help their neighbors or each other, right now what is happening is that other people are using their creative part, and because in right now in our country or in Venezuela we don't have those the supplies like the mask and the gloves and stuff. So people, what they're doing, one of my cousin, he's doing those masks from like other materials, and he's like selling them for really cheap. Or when people really needs it, he's just give it away. So like they're just using their creativity or whatever they have at home just to help others out.
So in SA, the way the recession is hitting us, we've got like four private companies. We've got Rupert and Patrice Motsepe. They donated 1 billion each, but it's not a donation. It's like they saying it's gonna go to small businesses, the companies that they cannot pay their employees. So they borrowing us the money, but they saying it's a donation. So again, how are you borrowing somebody that's doesn't even have an income money? How are they gonna get it back and then pay you back? As it's this thing, it's just messing us up, man. In SA.
So how we and I know we've been talking about how we can solve other people's problem, but I wanted to ask you guys, what are you doing to keep yourself busy around the house? What do you do to keep yourself busy? What have you been doing, James? What is that? I don't know what is that. What is that? What is that?
I drink. No, it's like in all, in all honesty, I do a business with the healthcare system that deals with a lot of elderlies, and then so I pretty much call some of the clients that I have that make sure they're okay, make sure their checks still coming to them, make sure that SSI is still as promised. But beyond that, as far as the art world is concerned, I've been trying to shoot as much as I can, and drive to the beach and see how it is. I have a friend of mine now that's working in rice, black rice from Haiti.
Yeah.
So she's working and doing the patent with that. So I've been involved with that. So I pretty much submerged myself on it to make sure that everything's okay. So it's another way of keeping busy and making work, because at this time of need, we need to go above and beyond the creative side, because we're not meeting people. So we need to figure out exactly how to best connect to other people. What do they think? What do they have? Sometimes you need the human touch to actually see somebody in their eyes to know exactly, are you for real? Are you serious? Are you not telling me just yes, just to say yes? Or are you just like, but it's business. But we're coming in an age now where this is probably, you guys see me? This is probably the next phase.
We lost you for a minute there, but you're back.
Yeah, probably the next phase. Like my cousin who's a doctor, she's doing telemedicine now. So who knows? That could be the next phase. That's what we're doing. It's like how we're doing now. Like if I need to be in Venezuela, I need to do something. I might not need to go if I know you're there. So we create a bond. So it's pretty much that. You in South Africa, we have music. I deal with a lot of people in South Africa. I was just doing some business with, in Daba. I do some business with a lot of these crazy people. So it's just like, so sorry if I say crazy. But we all the same. So you do a lot of business with a lot of these people. You pretty much work. At the end of the day, I don't need to fly there if it's not me. So this is showing us another way to pretty much
communicate as well.
Yeah, we can communicate faster. We
Yeah.
can do, WhatsApp had allowed us to do this, but now with the Zoom, it's a whole new world. We can connect 10,000 people to do what
You
we
are
have
not
to do.
doing an advert for them today, okay? So you're not doing an advert for them.
Well,
But
I think that's what happened.
yeah,
Like
but
a
I
guy
guess
like him was a guy like him was a musician. It's like you, let's say you and I have a party. You know what it's like to have
I think that's what we should do. We should throw a party. We should throw a we should throw a party like this. We should throw a party like this. But I am glad to see you are having fun still drinking. I want to ask my girl Esther what she's doing to keep herself busy while in quarantine. What's up, girl? What have you been doing? What have you been keeping you up?
Yeah, that is right. Well, to be honest, I do enjoy being at home. I'm always like, I like to be at home.
You're a homebody. Oh, okay.
Yes, like I like to relax. I like to sleep. I like to do all that. However, on this currently I'm having like a lot of plans, like being creative in the kitchen. Like I'm doing like meals for my mom. That way she can relax too. I'm creating content for my social media as well. Keeping myself busy doing exercise, watching YouTube videos how to do exercise, and also I'm in my last semester for advertising and communication, so I'm doing my classes online, which I'm very happy about. Like it's not affecting my last semester, so I'm graduating this year. And that's it. Just keeping myself super active. I'm trying to wake up early, doing like healthy breakfast, doing like 1 hour exercise at home, and then chill, talk to my family on the phones, and then do creating content for my page on Instagram and YouTube, and like just maintaining my entertainment side super active and super creative. And like on the weekends also there is a page that's called Oye Latinos, and they're doing parties online, so I join as well. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not, girl?
It's free. Open bar. So,
why not have fun? You can still have fun while you're home.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing lately so far.
Oh, so because I know Africa is the epic center of like fun, having all the groove. Now I know the African people, they are like, oh my god, because if there is not something that they know about the Latinas and especially in the African Caribbean community, that we love to party. So Chris, how is he affecting how is he affecting the entertainment community in South Africa right now, in Africa in general?
Yeah, exactly.
So in here in SA, entertainment industry will never stop. So we've got DJs, artists. They create parties online. They have sessions, 1 hour sessions. They invite other DJs, other artists to perform online. So that's what's happening. We have Channel O every Friday.
Yeah.
They invite like 10 artists, DJs, and it plays live on TV. So here it's, we party all day, all night. But with me, in terms of keeping myself busy, I'm always busy. So I don't want to lie, I'm taking this moment to rest, because I know after 21 days, it's going to be hectic. I need to catch up. So I'm taking this moment to rest, because from January till now, I haven't rested enough. So this 7 days, I said I'm going to rest, and then I will see from next week if I can start maybe strategizing the next plan, because of this thing, it's changing a lot of things. It's changing how we do things.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be the same.
No.
After 21 days lockdown, it's not going to be the same. So I need to put strategies in place in terms of how am I going to run the business now, because of online is going to be a big thing from now on. I'm just working on thinking how am I going to implement strategies, because it's not going to be easy. This is
Yeah.
evolution, basically.
That is one thing that is one thing I'm actually really glad about, that we are finding ways to be creative more, and we are finding ways to be connected, and in still the social, because everybody's turning to social media for information, and there is so many misinformation out there. People are giving different advice on how to stay healthy, how not to
Yeah.
get the virus going, how not to spread it. Is a simple thing. It's just simple that everybody kind of is like. It's like when a child start learning how to speak, or how a child start learning how to read, or your ABCD is social distance, washing your hands, staying
Yeah.
indoor. That's one thing that is going to get us through this time. One of the most basic thing I want to tell you guys to do. I happen to work. I still go out every day to work. I work in the healthcare sector, but I can't afford to stay at home at this time, because I
Wow.
believe there are so many people that need my comfort, my help right now, more than in the place where I work. And it's an amazing community to work, and I it's heartbreaking to see families not being able to see their loved ones. And I will share a story with our viewers, like why we all have to really stay indoor and wash your hands off, so that we can get past this moment and get back to our normal life, our regular life, like where let us just where we can start living again, because there are so many people really hurting out there. No, a father not being able to see the daughter. I happen to work in a retired home that my residents, they are not able to see their loved ones, their daughter, their son. It's sad to see when you used to your family member coming to see that they look for when they're in a retirement home, because in the rate of the coronavirus right now in Canada, I would say in Ontario and Quebec, is more in the retirement home and nursing homes. I know, Chris, you guys don't have that, and I don't know if you have nursing homes in Africa yet, because I know Africa, we like to take care of our own. We don't have that system built in Africa yet, and here is the coronavirus is ravaging around the retirement home. I have a resident that the daughter, she normally comes to see him every day. Since this lockdown has started, she has not been able to see him. I just try to use my phone to call her on FaceTime, and he changed. So there was something changed, because we have to discuss about we have to talk about mental health again when it comes to this time, this period that we are. Mental health is going to be a great a topic that so many people has to face, because so many people have we're going to go through a phase of people just shutting down,
Yeah.
because it is too
Yeah.
much out there. It's just too much
Because
out there.
people are losing jobs. It's crazy. People are losing jobs. There are no jobs.
Yeah.
We don't see our
Absolutely.
family relatives.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be easy.
I was telling you about the story of my resident who has not been able to see the fact that the daughter that he normally see every week, every day of the week. I called him, like he didn't want to he just didn't want to like listen to anybody. He just came up to us to, okay, let's just call the daughter on the phone, right? Like we called the daughter on FaceTime. you know the reaction that we got from him, the way he reacted to the daughter, like, oh, like it just changed everything. He became another person again, and that was a moment for me to see that we all need to obey and listen to what the health officials are saying right now, to practice social distance, so that we can all get back to our normal lives, our daily lives again. It's really out there. from us here in African Connect, I'm just going to tell all our viewers that are watching, thank you for joining us. And I'm just going to let my friends just say, holla at you guys a little bit, because we all need a little joy, a little salsa music sometimes. And I'm looking forward to going to Venezuela, Caracas, to dance my feet off, because that is the next stop I want to go to. Now I don't, I think after this whole quarantine, I'm just gonna let loose. Like, go to Caracas, and we are gonna dance our feet up. So, girl, so tell me, where are you gonna? Where is the first place you want to take me to in Venezuela? Tell me.
Well, I'll take you to like the Caracas, the city. I'll take you to the beaches, Morrocoy, Los Roques. It's beautiful out there. The people are nice. You're gonna enjoy. You're gonna love it. The food is amazing as well. Gonna have a taste of arepas, empanadas,
Mm,
rice
you know,
and
I
beans
love
as
my
well.
food. I love my food.
Yes, well, I love it too. The food is the best.
Yes, absolutely. And now I am looking forward to going to Venezuela. And thank you so much, girl, for joining us tonight.
Thank
And
you so much
Chris,
for
I
inviting me.
know that it's been a while we have seen like this, and it's so good to see you, to talk to you. I just wanted to
Yes.
say I am a big fan of your work, and you are changing the face of the media in South Africa. You are doing a like an amazing work in South Africa. So keep up the good work, and I just want our viewers, because you are part of the African Connect family as well. I just want you to
Yes.
tell talk to the viewers and let them know that, yeah, where is going to be happening after the coronavirus in South Africa. Because
Let's, guys,
after
let's not.
coronavirus is the party. That will be after party.
Yes. So let's not let coronavirus bring us down. Let's
Yes.
keep ourselves motivated, because we need. But don't forget to wash your hands. Keep that smile going. We need to be positive, man. Because if we are not positive, we're not gonna fight this thing.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna let this
definitely.
thing win. So we just need to be positive, and don't forget to get my album. It's out there, called Zoya.
Zoya!
Dance to that album.
You
I
have a
work with
cover of
Toxic.
it so we can see it.
No, it's for now. It's online.
It's on. You can
I
download
printed
it.
the CDs for now. Yeah, so it's online. It's lockdown. We need to capitalize online, and then we'll print them after lockdown. So yeah, but I'm gonna share with Dede. I'm gonna share the link with Dede, and then she can share with everyone. Enjoy the
Yeah.
album, and then I put it out there for free for this 21 days lockdown. Give it to the people for free. Dance, you must entertain them. Then after that, it's gonna go back to iTunes and Google Play Store.
Amazing,
Great.
amazing. To think, James, to think, about 2 3 years ago we were dancing our feet off in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So what is the most happening place right now in New York? I know Manhattan is going out of fashion. People are moving to Brooklyn, and oh my, I don't kiss and
Right
tell.
now,
I don't kiss and tell. I should have been like just telling all my viewers about the parties, all the parties in Brooklyn and in Manhattan. But I don't kiss and tell. So what would be the next party in New York now? Where am I supposed to go now? Because I'm going to be scared of that city from now. Seriously.
New York's always Manhattan. It's never fail. Always, 100%. But right now with the new things that's going on, a lot of people are moving to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable and slightly less pricey in terms of housing. But in terms of clubs, in terms of good food, you have an eclectic of food in Brooklyn, and that's pretty much just the new genre now. That's like, if you want to have great parties, you're in Manhattan. If you want to have great food, you're in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn.
I know New
So
York. I know New York is going to recover from this because the New York spirit and New
You're gonna,
Jersey, I
you're
I'm
gonna,
yeah, I happen
you're
to
gonna
live.
bounce back.
Yeah, absolutely. I happen to live in New Jersey for 6 years of my life. I just want to say shout out to the people of New York. Oh no, no, of New Jersey, of Newark, Evington, New Jersey. See Jersey in the house. West Orange, East Orange. All my family members in East Orange, in Newark, in Evington. I know you guys are feeling this quarantine, and I know as stubborn as you guys are, stay at home. Stay your ass at home, honey. Stay at home, wash your hands, lock your door. There is nothing to see here. Stay indoors. After that, you can come out again and have the greatest parties in East Orange. To all my family members in New York that are going through so much right now, that have lost loved ones, I just want to say to my wonderful friends in Queens, in Queens, Astoria Boulevard. I just want to say, guys, keep like stay safe out there. I know you like to take a stroll and get some wine, but listen, stay your ass at home. After this whole craziness, we all shall party. Shout out to New York. We are gonna get through all this. And
Listen.
Okay, guys, I love you guys. Keep safe. I hope to see you next Friday. So, bye.
All right.
Bye bye, guys.
We see you soon.
Bye, guys. See you guys soon. Stay safe.
thank you so much to all my wonderful, amazing friends that came together to just share some of their experience, what is going on in their city, where they are in the country. I just want to say for to the people, my fellows Ontarians, the people that are in Ontario, Milton, wherever you are in Mississauga, wherever you are, just stay safe, stay indoors. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. I know that it's difficult to stay home right now, but we just have to be grateful about being able to see this day. Whatever, whenever you are able to wake up every day in the morning, I always say just be grateful that you are alive, because there are so many people that are losing loved ones every day. And we if you can see another day, it is a blessing. And thank you so much for joining us, for tuning in. I love you guys so much. And to all my wonderful family, Chris, thank you. James, we shall talk.